Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be going over level 7 with the new reset. We have 5 new free missions on every character. I've done a few runs already. And we're able to hit, with the new experience cap, just barely hit level 7. So we'll be hitting level 7, putting out some stats into that. There's also an update to runes, and we will be talking about that update and what all changed. We will also be testing some of these runes. So we're going to take this guy and run him against Heroic Augur here. He can't really touch the new dungeon yet. So we're going to try it out against Heroic Augur and then see if we can't go to the new dungeon at level 7. Also with this change, evasion has been fixed or adjusted, however you want to look at it, so that charm now properly gives you the chance to dodge hits instead of merely dodging crits, or simply not getting crit. So the way it used to work is if you got hit, then your evasion would lower the chance that you would get crit. Now it directly lowers the chance that you could hit at all, which I think is a lot better. And kind of is the way it implies that it would work, or based off of just reading it, you'd think evasion is the chance to dodge. The result of this, however, is that some bosses, Augur in particular, did get more difficult. I believe, I do not know, the dev team would have to confirm this, but I believe that all of the bosses have the same type of stats as characters have, and I believe Augur has some charm, and the result of that is it's harder to hit him, and as a result the boss is a lot harder. Some people are losing with level 6 characters to Heroic Augur. In fact, this character lost one round against Heroic Augur. The result of that is just it's a little bit more difficult. And I don't have a problem with that, especially since runes are now more common. So you'll be able to get your hands on runes a lot easier. And that will allow you to compensate for the change in difficulty. So we hit level 7 with this character. So we have 45 strength right now, 20 wisdom, 10 luck. And so I think I'm going to put 5 points into strength, get us up to 50, and maybe another point or 2 into wisdom, get us up to 22, get us a little bit more hit chance, hopefully get us a little bit more damage. And I think that looks good for level 7 stats on this character. And we will go ahead and just go straight all for it, go to Children's Cries Heroic, and see if we have any chance of winning this. Sorry. I'll have to mute that section of audio there. I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. But, yeah, we'll see if we can beat Heroic Fawns here with this character now that he has a Rune in his level 7. So the Escape Artist Rune was changed to increase your evasion chance by a little bit more. So we'll see how good that is. So we have increased evasion for 3 turns, then we, of course, just immediately get hit. So that's fun. We dodge the second, and we get a dodge in the third. So we managed to get 2 out of 3. That's pretty decent. So it definitely seems like that is probably worth using. It's probably worth losing a turn of attacking in order to get those dodges in. And wow, we just crushed Heroic Fawn with... Sorry again, my phone decides to ring, of course, when I'm recording. I'll go ahead and mute that as well. But we got a Flora Orb. That Wisdom is insane, but I don't think I can manage to use a Agility Intelligence weapon on Strength character. So it will be won't be an upgrade for this guy. Though when we get a stat reset, Now that we're able to beat the new dungeon, I suspect this character will switch over to an intelligence build or an agility build. Does have, let's see, no, he did not get a heroic version of any of the Reaper agility armor. That being said, 11.54, not bad. 10.47, pretty good. So it'll probably be using this with the Flora Orb come... that's pretty decent too. But it'll probably be using this with the Flora Orb once we get another stat reset. That or it'll be switching over to Intelligence. One of the two. Probably won't remain Strength. Strength seems not the greatest right now. I would rank it as the third best build still. But there's only really 3 builds that you can go, so it's functionally the worst build, in my opinion, right now. But, as you can see, it can, with a Rune and with level 7, still manage to take down Heroic Fawns. That is the Children Cries dungeon. We will, let's see, what does this character have? This character has the Stone Skin Rune. So we will go ahead and test that against Heroic Augur. I haven't gotten a chance to try out Stone Skin. So we will see how that is in the announcement. They said they doubled the melee resist on Stone Skin compared to what it was. So I don't know what the exact numbers were before or what they are now, but we will definitely test it out. We'll see, let Augur hit us a couple of times, see what his damage is doing, use the Stone Skin and see what the damage looks like after that to get us an idea of how much the Stone Skin is doing, and try and see if it is worth using. So it looks like Augur's hitting for 19. 19, we use it. Now for the next 2 turns, we have increased resistance. And he went from hitting 19 to 5. So it's 2 turns of taking 14 less damage, which should mean we get to survive an extra hit, in theory. So I do think that that is likely worth using. So yeah, I definitely think Stone Skin is probably worthwhile. It is still not as good as Ice Barrier, but that's fine. It is better now than using a basic attack, which is what Runes needed to be. They needed to at least get to that minimum of being better than a normal attack, which I now think that those are, both Escape Artist and Stone Skin. Let's see, previously 11.421. 12.632. Nice, an upgrade. This character needed some upgrades. Next up, we will test the Blind Rune and see how that's working. As you can see, I already did a run on this character and managed to beat Heroic Fawns and got a Sorcerer's Cowl out of it. But this character is one that definitely will have its whole build changed up as soon as we get a stat reset again. Even though it can beat Heroic Fawns, you will see when we fight this dungeon here just how crazy the RNG can be on this character, because it is agility luck, has basically no hit chance, and just when it RNGs out hits, it crits like a truck, but most of the time you just miss over and over again. But I do think having the Blind Spell Rune on this character is quite thematic, so it works out. Blind, according to the announcement, now gives the enemy a 0% crit chance for the duration of the rune, and the raider will always hit first while it's in effect. So they missed the first one, we'll go ahead and use Blind, and they hit us for 41. And then they missed, and we miss. And then they hit us for crit for 96. As soon as the rune wore off. And then a crit for 76. Blind, I'm not quite sold on it being worth using over just attacking. I'm not sure. It's one that definitely requires a lot more testing. Obviously, this is on a character that is super RNG based to begin with. So it is a little bit harder to judge than if it were on, say, an intelligence build that is pretty consistent. but I'm not quite sure if blind is worth using over simply attacking. I think losing that attack for 2 turns of not getting crit probably isn't worth it. Overall, being able to hit first helps a little bit while it's in effect, but hitting first isn't all that important early in a fight. It's more important when you start to get low health and the next hit tends to decide it, and you really don't want to waste a turn using a rune when the next hit decides if you win or lose. So blind is one of those that it seems like you want to use right off the bat, and then just hope you can do something while they're missing and not critting. And you can see how RNG this build is. We just get some crits and we just utterly slaughtered the fawns. And the last round we got utterly slaughtered. So very RNG build. When we crit, we win very hard, very quickly. But yeah, not going to be an upgrade over the Reaper's Carver. But this is a pretty fun build. It can definitely punch way outside of its weight class, so to speak. Beat bosses it has no business beating. And also get utterly slaughtered even by Heroic Hogger when you get unlucky. That's just kind of the nature of an Agility Luck build. I do think Agility Luck will be a lot of fun to play with in PvP when that comes out. Because it is so RNG, you'll probably be able to... by the time that comes out, we'll probably be level 9 or 10, I would guess, by the time we get around to PvP coming out. And I suspect you'll be able to build up enough agility and luck on an Agility Luck build that you can legitimately one-shot in PvP. If you get lucky. And I think that'll be a lot of fun to play around with. But that is the runes that I have. Oh, we have Ice Barrier as well. We can go ahead and do a run of Ice Barrier, but that is completely unchanged. Oh, we haven't done Bash. That's the one that I was forgetting. Ice Barrier is unchanged. Bash is now doing a bit more damage and increased hit chance. And from testing it, it seems like it is reasonably strong. Now, the first time I tried it, I missed, of course, because why wouldn't I? But that's just RNG. The second time I crit for like 90-something damage, which is just crazy. So it's definitely doing a bit more damage than a normal hit. I think Bash is definitely worth using over a normal. I mean, it's basically just a modified, improved normal attack. So Bash is pretty strong now. I still don't think it's quite as strong as Ice Barrier. I think Ice Barrier is still overall the best rune in the game right now. But that's completely fine as long as all of the runes are better than using a basic attack. Blind is the only one that I'm not sold on. Blind might need another small buff. Maybe change it from 2 turns to 3 turns of effect. That might do the trick. But we can see we are doing 16 to 22-ish damage, and then Bash for 36, or no, that's just 30. But still, a pretty decent increase in damage. Of course, we were going to end up losing because we got hit quite a bit here, and we did not get enough crits. This character is not quite strong enough to have any sort of reliability against the new dungeon. But it can occasionally get a lot of crits and manage to pull out a win with 14 luck. So once in a while it'll pull out a lucky win. Otherwise, not so much. At level 7, I'm probably going to... let's see, what do I want to do here? I'll probably just go all intelligence, 7 points of intelligence. Get some more health, get some more damage. I've already got 26 wisdom, probably don't need a whole lot more of that right now, and 14 luck seems pretty decent for level 7. So I will probably just go all in intelligence on this guy. But that will be a quick review of the changes to runes, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check back for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay notified, and thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.